Let's move to next. Expected outcome. This term was popularized by X. They come looking for a person here to describe situations where several psychological factors compound, leading to a magnified impact. So name me the effect and the person behind this effect. Okay, I'm looking here again. This is a two-part one. So X is the person, as I said, and there's a effect which I have described. So what's the effect called and the person? You may need a hint, then I'll just give a small hint. So the blanked out part is a name of a festival, you can say. Yeah, I don't think I should give more hint for this. So name me the effect and the person who coined the term. Okay. The person, one more hint, he died recently, of course. Hence this question is featured here. I'll give it 10 more seconds so that you can write it down because there's a two-part question and names are pretty big, I believe. Yeah. Okay, if we are good, then I'm moving to the next one. Okay, so the term comes from the Arabic word denoting an Islamic scholar. So adopted by the British Army in 1816, it likely stemmed from the attire worn by off-duty officers, like the casual dress you can say in the early 1800s, featuring loosely Eastern style robes and tasseled caps. So which Indian brand is this? So one Indian brand takes its name from this term, which I have described. So which Indian brand is this that gets its name from the description there? Like, it comes from someone who is called an Islamic scholar, and then it was adopted by the British as a loose term for something to do with Friday clothing or casual dressing or whatever you say. Okay. So which Indian company or brand basically, whatever, both are same, it gets its name from this. Okay, if we're good, then moving to the next one. This is a pretty one-word answer, pretty simple. Next one for you. Okay, so here you can see Sylvain Boyer, who is a co-founder and director of creation at Eco Branding Royalties Company. Okay, so just tell me, what did Sylvain and his team design at this farm that will be seen permanently next year? So in 2024, a huge event is coming. So they designed something for the event. So what did he do? So what did he design? Again, one word answer, basically very small answer. I don't think I should give you any hint. To 2024 big event, as I said, and by the name you can know like this particular mm, company would be from which place, so that you can take a guess. That's not something tough to guess. Okay, this was 14. I'll move to the next one then. Here you go. Okay, so these were incorporated by the Sumerians and the Babylonians into various plant-based dishes.
Excuse me. For
Yes,
14th question, you want the event, right?
yes, of course.
Okay, thank you.
Of course, something to do with the event, right? Something with the event. If you know the event, then you'll know that part also. Okay, so this is 15. So so these were incorporated by the Sumerians and the Babylonians into various plant-based dishes, blending them with ingredients like barley, chickpeas, lentils, and mustard. The Methenians held such high regard for these delicacies that they granted citizenship to Sheripos sons, the inventor of a renowned dash pie recipe. In Cicero's Rome, it was called the child of the earth. Nero spoke it as the food of the gods, and in his book Natural History, Pliny the Elder described this as a Michaelas of earth. Okay, so what is this? So what is the thing in question? Which entity is this? There's a good amount of history about that particular product, and the hunting of that particular thing is also an UNESCO intangible, that it's actually features in that list, like UNESCO intangible something list is there, right? Like some kind of, so hunting of that particular entity which I have described here. It was called child of the earth, food of the gods, killers of the earth, whatever. Okay, this was 15. I'll move to 16 then. Okay, so I'm looking for a trend or a term here. So it entails employees briefly entering the office building, typically to grab tea, coffee, or to interact with colleagues. Okay, like over a tea or coffee before departing. Like you just go to the office, have a tea, and just talk to your colleagues and come back home. Basically, you don't spend 8 hours in office or 9 hours of office as the typical way it should be. So those participating in this pattern often do so due to feeling exploited, having to endure costly and time-consuming commutes to and from the office, to and from the office. So what is the term? What is the new fad basically all about? I'm looking for a term here, two-word term. So basically, you don't spend like the stipulated hours you have to be in office. So you just spend the amount of time required to talk to few of your colleagues, maybe have a tea or coffee and just come back home, right? And then work from home. So you don't want to be in office. So of course there's a new fad across the world. So I'm just looking for a term which is or trend which is in news. So yeah, or news or something is there now since it since work from home like kind of ended. Okay, moving to next one. Okay, so an octane rating, as you know, or octane number is a standard measure of fuel's ability to withstand combustion in an internal combustion engine without detonate, detonating. Russell Marker devised this while working at the Ethyl Corporation. So just tell me, what else in the field of medicine is he created with? So I'm not. So the answer of the question has nothing to do with octane rating. But of course, then his penchant for chemistry and everything comes to the picture here. So my question is pretty simple. Like Russell Marker is known in the field of medicine for something completely else, like not with octane number or something with gas or something of this kind. So just tell me what is this different claim to fame? He's considered as the father of something. So I'm just looking for that. Okay, going to the next one. Okay, so here you can see two parts, part A, part B. So what comes from the below denominations? Something worth 1 by 2/40 of 1 pound, something worth 1 by 960 of 1 pound. So what are these two parts? Like if you combine the parts, you'll get something. Okay. So just just tell me like what am I looking for? Okay, what comes from the below denominations? Something what, or if you can combine them, you will get something. So I'm looking for that. Okay, going to the next one. So yeah, so what was it? It is pretty simple, I believe, for the experienced quizzers or who have been quizzing since a long time. So what was introduced for the first time on December 21st, 1913, by a Liverpool person named Arthur Wynne, as it appeared in a Sunday newspaper called the New York World. So what came there for the first time? Okay, so I'm coming to the last question of the quiz. So before that, huge thanks to IT Guwahati, Parth, and all those guys, you know, to have managed this quiz. So this is the last one for this semis round. We'll see you all on the finals on 29th. Top 8 teams qualify. Okay, so she was born into a business a family in Mumbai, and she was there since it's her birth and before she moved to the US, where she finished her degree in art history, right? So her landmark achievement came in 2001 when she became the first female of Indian descent to achieve something. So name her and how did she make news few days back? So again, this is a two-part question. I just want her name and then just tell me why was she news like few days back. So this is something you have to get. So yeah, I know I'm not looking for her achievement back in 2001. She was the first person of Indian origin, to do something. That's fine. That's there. But name her and how did she make news few days back? A Mumbaiker, and then she was in US where she completed her degree in art history. Okay, so I think it is to 8:33. I'll just roll back once. Okay, I just will give you maybe 5 seconds per question. Okay, just check if you fill everything. So yeah, so this is question number 20. This is about the person in question. Who is she and how did she make news videos back? Two-part question. And again, what was introduced for the first time in the New York world by this Liverpool guy named Mr. Win. And then how can you combine these two and what do you get? Something worth 1/240th of 1 pound, something worth 196 960 of 1 pound. Okay. And then how did Russell Marker make his mark in the field of medicine? Okay. And then it is a term I'm looking for, a common fact now. And then yeah, which is this? So like what is this? Something which is called as a child of the earth, food of the gods, etc., etc. And then Sylvain Boyer in team, what did he do? Which will be in news big time next year. And then I'm looking for a term here. So this term was a term for a casual dressing also, which brand gets its name from the term. And then there's a effect named after a festival, I'll say. And the person behind the effect, the person died, as I said a few days back. And then who is this guy and what is this eponymous brand? Okay. And then in Kentucky, like what is the highest honor they give? This has to do something with business also. Okay, collect these three guys from South America. You can see their styles. You can guess something. So this is an exhaustive list. Okay, this is a new bill in the USA to be implemented across all the stores. So which category would basically you'll see gender neutral stuffs. Okay, and then there's a brand called Hots or whatever. So who owned the brand in India back in the 1990s, I believe. Yeah, 91 or 2 it came. Okay, so this was the only notice which went viral in Gujarat. So just tell me who came up with this campaign urging them to buy ice cream. And then there's a list of the cities, right? So I have blanked out a city. So what is this a list of? What 2 3 words will do? So this is something again. Like why did this brand come up with this kind of campaigns? I'm a cooking. I'm a cooker. I think I'm a snicker. Just a brief explanation will do. So again, this is a who has come up with this parking and then why, given the reasoning behind it, the rationale behind that. Okay, and then there's a logo. So name the venture and the co-founder. Co-founder, they say it founded in famous airlines in India also. And then these guys are there, like they started a brand. But I'm looking for a person in news who was seen basically with a watch, which is only 30 plus watches have been made of this kind. So this guy is pretty much in news, techie guy, right? So yeah, guys, I'm done. Please submit it. I'll give you 10 seconds before Aniket and Parth, they basically lock the shit so that you cannot really submit once it's done. So I'll just give you a countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, up. So Aniket, please lock it. Okay.
Locked.
Done.
Yep.
Locked, right? So you cannot really accept any more response. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, then fine. So guys, just give me a second. I will be showing the answers now. Okay. So
I think I submitted like around 8:35. I'm not sure if it's submitted or not. Can you check?
we'll check. We'll check later. We'll check. Okay. So this will check. Can't check it now. So I'll be sharing the answers now. Okay. So yes, guys. So you can just in unmute and just tell me if you know the answers. Okay. So here goes question number one. So any guesses, guys? Hello. So
Ronaldo,
question number,
Sam
yeah.
Altman.
Ronaldo,
Sam
No,
Altman.
Sam Altman is right. Sam Altman is right. The
Yes.
correct whosoever answered. So this is a Grubel Forsey watch which he wears. It is almost half $500,000. So only 33 has been made till date, and he's one of the uh, billionaires who basically owns one of them. Okay. So this is question number one. Let's move to two. What about two? Any guesses, guys? And so which venture is this, and who is the co-founder with Anjan with this?
Is this O Calcutta?
No,
Suchanda Chatterjee.
Chaurangi.
no. Oh, Calcutta is
Chaurangi.
there in my question, right? Haha. Sorry.
Tapinger, is it Chaurangi?
And
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 founder name I don't remember.
yeah, that's a very good answer. This is in fact a Chodongi. So Chodongi is a huge restaurant in
Hmm.
London. So I think there are three to four
Hmm.
outlets. I've been there once, and
भारत
of
तेरा
course,
सही है शायद.
this is Aditya Ghosh. He's the founder of Homage, Akasa Airlines, ex-president of Oyo in Indigo, and all those stuff. And again, someone who is a fitness freak. So Aditya Ghosh and Mochorungi. I'm just looking for these terms. If you have it, I'll give you full. If half, I'll give you zero 0.5 or 5 points, whatever. Okay, what about this? Who has come up with this parking and why?
Walmart and drone parking.
No, no. Any more guesses, guys?
Is it parking for Santa Claus, maybe for Christmas?
That's a very good answer. Yeah, so this is basically reserved for a Santa. So Aldi is the company or the outlet who has come up with this. So if I have something with which relates to Santa, right? Like parking for Santa, place for Santa, I will give you points for sure. Santa and of course Aldi will give you the half, rest half of the points. That's a very good guess. So let's move to four. What about this?
The Ori
Ori.
incident, the
I
basically
live, I'm a
Ori
liver.
interviewed recently said, I live, I am a river.
Yes, that's right. So this is basically Odi Outramani or whatever. So he, of course, is in news like every day, right? Every day in our feeds is there. So he said that I live, hence I'm a liver. He came to the Big Boss also, I think, where he said the same to Salman Khan. So of course, this is Odi, and then his statement that I live, I'm a liver. So after that, they came up with this. That's a good answer, guys. What about this? What is this the list of?
Cybercrimes.
Jamtara.
Cybercrime is right. Yeah,
Jamtara,
yeah,
Cyber.
yeah. So if your answer if it doesn't actually include Jamtara also, I'll give you points. You'll just have to say cybercrime hotspots or cybercrime in India, cybercrime places in India. That's fine. If cybercrime is there or something which means the same, then I will give you points. That's a good attempt, guys. Next one. What about this?
Had more ice cream.
Yeah, so Gujarat was a huge clue again. So of course this is have more.
Uh,
So have more came out with huge hoardings, drawing inspiration from this particular notice board, which came up in some flats. Okay, what about this HOTS? Who owned the brand in India? I think they came in 91, as I said, And then, of course,
PepsiCo.
PepsiCo is right. So before Lay's
Right.
in India in 1990s, we only had, I think, Bingo and Uncle Chips, right? So when PepsiCo came, even before Lay's, they launched this brand Hots. Okay, so Pepsi, if you write also, that's fine. I'll give you a point. PepsiCo is also fine. Now tell me, what about this bill? Which category is this?
It is for putting children toys in general neutral sections.
Twice is fine. Twice is fine. If your answer has twice, I'll give you points. Of course, because you see all pink stuffs put in a different place, right? Having Barbie's Barbie and stuff for girls, and for boys, what you find GI Joe and those kind of
Excuse me, if
trucks
we
and
have
all.
written child items, so will we get points? Child items
What
or toys? Child
child item?
items. Or
Yeah, yeah. As I said, right? You can see my screen. Twice is fine. If you just give me child, not item. I'm looking for twice. By the way, child item can mean something else also, right? Even child clothes also it might mean. So I'm here looking for only toys, or child playing games also, or child's whatever. You can just put it, like whatever has to do with toys. So something which is near to toys, I'll give you points. Okay. And what about this question 1 9?
Coffee import.
No, I'm looking for a brand here, right? Any more guesses, guys?
Juan Bolt is instant coffee.
Juan Valdez is right. So in all of them played Juan Valdez. So of course for the Colombian coffee, right? So everyone played this particular character which you see in the logo. So Conchita is the name of the mule, I think, and this is the guy which was called Juan Valdez. So every one of them played Juan Valdez on some TB, ads, or let's say some kind of shows or whatever. So of course, if your answer contained Juan Valdez, I'll give you a point. So that was question number 9. So what about 10?
Kentucky
Colonel. Colonel. Kentucky Colonel.
The title of Colonel.
Yeah, that's right. So Colonel will fetch you points, of course, and the famous Colonel from Kentucky is our Sanders, right? So KFC being the brand. So of course, Colonel will give you points. What about this? Who is this guy who founded a brand by his name, who changed an industry by himself? Any guesses, guys?
Orville Redenbacher.
That's right. Yeah. So Orville Redenbacher is something which I'm looking for. So it's a very famous popcorn brand now owned by Conagra Foods. So this is the man behind the brand.
if we
What
have
about this
written the
effect?
name of the excuse me, if you have written the name of the founder and then a popcorn, is it okay if you have written the name of the
Yeah,
founder?
that's fine. That's fine. If
Or
your
will
answer contains maybe 100 words and if there's two words called Orville, which I will give you points. Don't worry.
yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So what about this? What is this effect and who is the person behind it? Named after a festival, as I said.
Halo.
Yeah. Sorry.
Halo effect. Halo effect.
No, I think I should move ahead. I have some task to do to, and I just close this ASAP. So this is the Lollapalooza effect, of course, from Charlie Munger. So Charlie Munger, who died few days back, right? So this is again from that fest, is that music fest in USA, 4-day, 5-day music fest, which happens. So this is the effect which is named after that particular fest, and of course, very much, very often used by Charlie Munger, right? Yeah. And what is this? Which Indian brand is this? This is named after
Mufti cheese.
Mufti.
yeah, and of course, which has had an IPO a few days back, right? Last week or so. It is indeed Mufti, whatever you say. So that's correct. So what did Sylvain do? Which
Logo
will
for
be
2024 Olympics.
yes, yes, yes. So
Olympics
if your
logo.
answer, yeah, if your answer contains Paris 24 logo or whatever to do with Paris 24, like, but logo what has to be there? Logo what has to be there? Okay, so I will give you points. No worries on that. So what about this? So
Ice
hunting of
cream.
something. No, no,
Ice.
not ice cream.
Mushroom.
Mushrooms.
right?
No, not
Truffles,
mushroom.
truffles.
Truffle is right. So of course, truffle is right. And of course, I said right, truffle hunting in Italy is a big thing. Truffle hunting is an it comes it features in that UNESCO in a tangible list, as I said. So this has to be something specific. So yeah, so even the way they hunt truffle, you just have to just see some documentaries. Maybe it's very, interesting, right? So moving ahead to the next one. What is this term?
Coffee
Coffee
badging.
badging.
Coffee Beijing is right. I'll give you for coffee Beijing, of course. The rising trend of coffee Beijing.
Excuse me, sir. We have written coffee trend. Is it?
No, no. There is. I cannot give you the coffee Beijing should be there. Beijing is also a very key part of the answer, right? So coffee and Beijing, both words should be there in answer. Okay. So moving ahead with the next one. So how did Russell Marker mark his,
Syntax.
Birth control pills.
Syntax is a company founded. I really won't give you points for it. So this is
Birth
by
control
Syntax.
pills.
Contraceptive oral pills.
Contraceptive pill.
Yeah, if someone has written contraceptive pills or in nodal contraceptive pill or the concept of this, then I'll give you points. Okay, I'm not looking for any company he founded. I was looking for the bigger idea he basically worked on, right? So if you've written in any of these few words, then I'll give you points. Okay, what is this? What comes from the below denominations?
Penny farthing.
That's a very good answer. This is indeed the penny farthing bicycle, which gets its name from the a penny and a farthing, two coins of British coins basically. So yeah. What about this? This is pretty simple as I said.
Crossword puzzle.
Crosswords.
Crossword is right. If your answer contains crossword, I'll give you points. That's a very nice answer. This is the last question of the quiz. What's this? Who is she and
IPL
how did she make
auctioneer.
news? Yeah, sorry.
IPL auctioneer.
And her
Malika
name?
Sagar.
Mallika Sagar is correct. She's indeed Mallika Sagar, the first in Indian woman to be an auctioneer at the Christie's, and then of course she recently you know became the first women ever to be to auction IPL, right? Few days, I think 2 weeks back or something. So okay, guys, thank you so much. You can follow me in Twitter or X in my this thing. You can find I
Great
post
questions. Kapil,
daily questions there.
great questions. मजा आ गया.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the kind words. So there will be top 8 teams who will qualify. I will let you know by a day or two. Okay, maybe I have some work today. I might go out, but in a day you will know who are the top 8 teams. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, guys. Yeah. Bye bye.